was catching him as he was falling from one side. That's the special thing. If you're not covering all your sides, which you tend not to be doing up on high ground, you end up, these little angles can sometimes catch you by surprise in the RPG, doing just that. So effective at it.
And here we go. They're diving down, man. They're trying to establish themselves a nice little spot. Power going to be picked up there eventually. Remember, they got that drop with the RPG. Another going up into the sky, going to drop the players down. But someone else is also looking to build battle right now. Some third party. And again, Punisher is just going to be flushed out. Oh my goodness, what a tough spot to be in. Gets cracked immediately down to 23 HP. He needs to find a siphon immediately. He needs to make something happen. Now, Landjock is still okay. Almost at 200 effective HP. Drop the player down.
But he's got to make sure
you've got to secure it.
Storm tick. Yes, he finally does. But falls down a little bit as well, so not going to get any materials. But I don't think that matters for Punisher because he's putting on a clinic with this tag. He's trying to get in on the boxes, but no, finally that wall goes down. The edit comes in, and Owen is going to take him out. But Landjock's still on high ground. It was actually Edgy and Scented that they ended up giving high ground to. But Landjock saying, hey, hold on. I'm the one who gave you guys that opportunity, so I'm going to take it right.
Landjock gets picked up. Tomei as well. Nico as well. 12 duos left, getting ever so closer to top 10. The next round of placement points. Norberto here, no eliminations now. His duo partner does have the 2, but they're gone. He's by himself, 13 builds, 2 rockets, a flint knock, a gray tack, and a dream right now.
Oh,
the trap play! Did he get it? He does! Again, it's Phoenix. Ah!
And I think that reset on that wall was perfectly timed to make sure that Phoenix gets stuck in that box right now. We're in the top 10. He takes
what?
Damage to himself, and all of a sudden it's complete chaos as he does manage to find elimination and the full elimination there again. And still, Norberto staying up on the sides and going to find an opportunity to stay by himself right here. A lot of players fighting down below. 5 remaining. Scented actually ended up going out. I think Edgy earlier went out. So it's all of a sudden everybody for themselves here. One duo is still all the way up. I think it's Gabe and Snow.
Snow XD, another player we've seen, right?
It's not.
Wait, what?
He's not part of the duo, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying Snow XD is someone we've seen all tournament. That was just a completely separate thought. My bad. I did make that sound like it's chaining. I don't know what's going on with my brain today. I'm working on it. Norberto going to get traded out, though, so there's a single duo left.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, my God! If you clutch this out, no, you're not going to do it. It's now a 1v1. That was ridiculous. It's Dopey against Gabe. I can't believe I just saw a heavy sniper no-scope in the final seconds of a game here. Dopey finally placing that campfire down as a circle. They're actually both campfiring and both at the same pace right now. Dopey looking for the shot, but Gabe is going to capitalize because he is waiting in the top, and he has the combat shotgun ready for Dopey. The victory royale goes to Gabe.
Dude. Okay, Gabe, great game. I love it, absolutely. Snow, though, the sickest point-blank no-scope I've ever seen in my entire life. But for now, we're going to take a break ball. We're going to send it back in the studio, see what's going on in the world of Fortnite.
Thank you so much, Zeke. I will give you a moment to catch your breath. It sounds like you guys need it over there. We have some riveting games coming out of NA West today. These guys are definitely bringing it. They're vying for that last spot, that last seat on the battle bus to New York finals in July. Sundown, I know we've missed a lot of action, but that's what you're here for. You're here to show us what we've missed.
That is why I'm here. And also, just quick shout out, Norberto got a double trap elim there. It wasn't just the one. He had 2 players in the box in the immediate rocket launcher, and Snow with a sick no-scope. Let's actually check out some of the other plays we missed. Starting off, this kind of the theme here is great individual efforts in the theme of duos. So look at Tomei. He recognizes there are 4 players pinned against the side. What does he do? He drops a stink down there. Now look at his elim counter. That's 1. He's just going to run around. He has no map, so he's playing for as many elims and to get in the placements. That's 2. He gets the 3rd. He gets a 4th, and he gets himself into the top 5. Unfortunately, he will there. And you can see Berserk pushing around the side, getting a great shot there. And look what this ends up leading to. So him and Proxies are a little bit split. You see they're a box apart, did have the shadow form, but he is going to be able to provide support from picking up Cyborg right there, but not able to get the revive. So now all by himself, 1v2. What does he do? Look at that double ramp up into the high ground, 180s around, and then connects off, closes both the players onto the low ground. You ever seen somebody win a 1v2 without firing a bullet? Berserk just did it. He looks back down, trying to find the shots to get the Elim credit, but in the end, he'll take the victory royale instead. And speaking of the great individual efforts, look at Kenny S here. First, him and Antidote, some great team fire there. They find Maisie out of the sky and will eventually convert that one over. And then again, look at the team fire. Double tracer rounds. That's both him and his teammate able to find that knock there at the last second. So that's 2 Elims that will end up converting over, and it puts Kenny in a great spot because now 110 effective HP, and he's ready to go to work. He started with 4 Elims, now up to 6, and watch him go on a run now because Antidote is kind of spread out, doesn't have a lot of health. Kenny, checking his sides, is immediately able to find one player, turn again, and then start working top down. They're into the top 15, and again, Antidote gets blasted, but then takes Kayun out on the ultimate high ground and then drops back down, continues running out the rest of the lobby. 1v1 all the way through. Like I said, we hopped on board when he had 4 Elims, got himself up to 9, but not Ryan Clark, showing the difference that the chug splashes make. Pops the slurp, 2 chug splashes in the face, holds the metal wall, and he ends up getting there. And this was the play. Ended up wanting to show you there. Towards the end, we have Norberto with the push there. Gets the trap. Now keep an eye on the Elim counter right away. Phoenix and Impulse go down, and then he is aware of his angles, gets the reload, knows he can spray down to the corner and not get hit. Finds Vibe right there, the siphon cutting it through, and then it's just madness. Chaos in front of him, the rest of the lobby there, and you can catch it towards the end. I mean, just a great pickup onto Lucas as well. Sometimes things don't go your way, but you have to feel amazing making that play and running it out. Ultimately, though, wasn't enough for the victory route, but the individual effort was incredible. And you can see here, this is what the leaderboard is standing at right now. Arkham and Falconer in the top spot at 91 points. However, they have already qualified. So Epic Whale and 4DR Storm in the second spot right now would take the last qualification spot, Pooks.
And look at this spread on this leaderboard right now. You can see Falconer and Arkham just so high up there with 91. But you know what? Epic Whale and Storm putting on a bit of a show with Antidote, Kenshi, and Will. You know what? Anything can change. These guys still have a couple of games left near the bottom, so we're going to have to see. We've seen guys pop off with these 20-point games, so anything at this point is possible. We still have a few games left to go, so why don't we just hop right in and take a look at that. Bala and Zeke, take us through those games.
Finger guns. I am a fan of those. I also communicate with those. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm doing them right now.
I am not doing finger guns, but they are very cool.
He's actually doing finger guns, Fortnite fam. Do not let him lie to you. Here we go, Bala. Next game. Hopping in with Duke and Kanuchi here. 8 eliminations.
Yeah.
What in the world?
To start, I mean, already at this stage in the game, but also 2 Rift to goes, and they're looking pretty in terms of materials to get towards the next stages of this game. That wall did get heavy sniped as he's starting to drum gun inside of it. Of course, the stink bombs coming through as well. Now, Duke and Kunichi, we saw them, they were in 3rd place. When we just took a look, thank you to Sundown and Pookie. And they're going to be trying to push over towards the top of that. They're trying to overtake 40R Storm and Epic Whale right now. So we'll see if we'll have an update on them as well, see if we catch any of their games.
Here we go, man. Ghost, Rar here, and Dark EXE. Great names. I like them. He's going to immediately beam another player, crack those shields over there, and he's going to try and just keep applying pressure, right? The question is, where is Dark? He's marking the players. He's saying, look, I've got players hurt here. Come and back me up. Now, where Dark looks like he might be above him. Teamfire is going to be coming out. Nothing is connected quite yet. I'm
not sure what Dark is doing. I haven't seen him actually fire. I would expect them to try to set up a pinch, but based on their situation here, their low HP, they might be a little bit too nervous to go for it, but I think this is definitely a situation where you have to, because you know he's low, and these players keep doing the same mistake, right? The first time he got him low, it was just because he gargoyled, is what we call it, where you kind of just stand still at the top of a building. And I don't think they're going to let him get away here. I think he's going to want to go and collect the siphon on both of these players because he needs it. He's hurting for it. He's reeling, and he knows they have heals. There it is.
He finds the player immediately. There's a big damage numbers for sure, and he... Blorg tried to go for the Shadow Bomb.
panic Shadow Bomb if I've ever seen one before. That wall edit was not the one that you needed to go for. You're gonna have to, jump your way out there and do your best parkour. It's not gonna work out. He's not gonna be able to do it in time.
Right.
And now they're back in the game.
There you go. El Chupacabra there on the left, starting to get beamed a little bit. We see Kenichi as well, so Duke is probably very close by. Retake Poser here and Vici. These guys are just rotating out with these shadow bombs. They've got to face this mountain. This is not really, is this like a mountain? I don't know. This is like a plateau. Anyway.
A plateau?
Plateau? Platinum toe. I don't know, man. I don't know. I tried my best. Anyway.
That was still very cool, that entire sequence there with the Shadow Bomb, that like that bridge there, that part of the plateau. He was able to use the Shadow Bombs and stay and keep it all the way through, but realizing the zone's not going to go in that direction, he ends up opting to not take that position, but there's a tactical shotgun on you, and it's so difficult to get away from. He's not going to make his escape, but his teammate's still up. Vici is going to use that Shadow Bomb and get out of dodge.
And unfortunately, so for Poser, he actually did not have any AR ammo when he began that engagement. Finding that elimination, even just the 40, would have made a huge difference. But then immediately, everyone else is saying, look, we hear the shots, we know what's happening, we're watching the feed.
Has the put-out advantage. He's got everything working for him right now, but across the street. See if Kenichi can find any chickens. Right here, Regulator goes down, and yes, it is definitely somebody down below him. Not going to be able to find his way out of his hole. Kenichi is going to take the Victory Royale, and that is a big one. That's a massive one. That puts them for sure in contention. Right?
Is it in first?
I don't know. I don't remember exactly the score that we had before, but they could be, because that was, what was it, 19 eliminations?
Yes.
So
that was, first of all,
29-point game.
First of all, to do that in finals is ridiculous. The skill involved in that is huge.
I have to guess that that was the game that pushed them up there, because 29 points. If they were already on the leaderboards, they would have been skyrocketing to something like 100. So I have to guess that was the game
what got
that
them.
put them there.
Okay, cool. So just remember that games that we're going to be seeing different values here left and right.
I did get confirmation that that was the game that got them to where they were in the leaderboard, so they will be in third place, right under 40R Storm and Epic Whale. Let's see if we find them in a game, see if they're going to end up having any sort of changes in that leaderboard, but who knows, they could not. And I like the name of this player right here, Bok Choy Boy, one of my favorite vegetables, 100%.
Yeah, there you go. Now, I think for me, what I want to see is, what's going on with Epic Whale 40R, and then obviously the duel we just left, right?
And also Kenny's and Antidote, who are in this game right here, they were in fourth, so.
Yeah, so this is literally like, if this is your first time watching, we're literally watching these games unfold, right? These games are literally making the difference. So let's say, hypothetically, I guess top four make it into the same game, and fourth eliminates second. That means they've shut them out of the running.
Yep.
Especially, remember, the queue time is coming down here to the wire. If they get shut down, that has huge implications on the standings. You could, how to better explain this? My mind's trying to say 18 different things. But basically, they shut them out of the running. And if that was their final game, maybe that was the 10th game, maybe at that moment, that was the last opportunity they had to queue, that means their run is done. And then it's up to whoever's still left to try and rack up points and move up and down the leaderboard, right? So keep an eye on these top 4 that we're taking a look at. Kenny's and Antidote being one of them, Epic Whale, 40R being another. These are going to be the teams that are trying their best to qualify right now.
Guys that are in the running, but of course, don't forget anybody could, have the performance that we just saw. The what was it, 29?
The 29-point game that we just saw. Yeah, that
could push you up there, and all of a sudden we're focusing on you too. So regardless, into the top 15, and it's off towards that Villain Lair near Snobby Shores. Starting to get a little bit run down, but now Quake is, Quake, a little bit of knowledge on Quake. This is probably one of the best PG players that anybody has ever seen. I mean, we're talking phase sway type things. He's doing crazy things, some of the parallel guys. But here, performing in the finals of the online open, we'll see where he ends up. But definitely, I've always been impressed by this guy.
Well, looks like Kenny's going to be shut down. He has been eliminated. I believe that was a straight elim as well, so I think his dual partner must be gone. He's by himself, fall damage as well, going to be eliminated. Just again, outside of top 10, that's super tough and not the spot you want to be in. Everyone trying to keep alive as long as possible. Don't forget, top 15, 10, 5 in the Victor are the placement thresholds, and every elimination is, of course, a point. Right now, Shab and Quake, they're sitting on 7 points just off of eliminations, and now they hit top 10. So we're looking at a 13-point game just so far, right? This is before X, as things unfold. Maybe they pick up a victory out here, and that could make a massive difference to the standings.
Could make a massive difference to the standings as all these players doing their best base jump off of Villain Lair right now. Moving back towards Snobby Short. Got 2 circles to go here. All the marks coming out, all the different communications going on. It's very hectic, but Quake and Shab right now, they just used 2 Rip-to-Gos, and the fact that they had those means that they can glide up until they get to the rest of the placement points. I mean, they're going to be sitting up there, hopefully until top 5, but no, Brian G is going to put an end to that. That means they're going to dive, but they land on high ground, and all of a sudden the story is completely shifted, but one player is going to try to contest them, but gets right under and dodges any shots that Shab and Quake are going to put onto them.
So that second rift is massive, right? That has just put them in a high ground position. They've got the vantage point. Someone else looks to contest. Blues just gets blown up. He did not have a chance at all, and that elimination puts them into top 5. Another round of placement points. So now look, you got Quakies who's going to try and just keep there with Shabs. ADR we saw him earlier try and contest. 5 minutes left on queue times. I feel my stress levels going up. I feel it.
There, you're not even playing. All you're doing is watching.
Dude, I just feel like I understand. Like, obviously, I'm not nowhere near. I don't even. Everyone, top 3,000 dwarf me by a significant margin. You and Sundown and
oh, I love this.
In the box, the shadow plays Tiki.
So let me explain a little bit about the movement there. Obviously, Tiki did not realize that ADR was in his box, but if he did, ADR was strafing to the right, which is taking advantage of the camera position and your model and making it so that it's so hard to track you. When you're in that shadow form, you're already hard to see, but going right up into the box, that's Brian G who goes down, and ADR making his way up. It's Shab and Quake. We know where they were, but here comes the launch pad. He's got to stay in zone. I don't think he has a chance here. No. Quake is going to put a quick end to that heroic attempt at trying to win the game. That's actually 9 eliminations in the Victory Royale there, so 19 points, 19 points pushing them up there.
That's the kind of performance these players need if they're hoping to contest that #1 spot. But for now, Fortnite fam, we're going to send it back into studio, see what's up with Sundown for the rundown.
Thank you so much, Zeke and Bala, and we're getting down to the final moments. We're about to find out who the last duo will be to join us at the Fortnite World Cup final. But are you still in the hunt for a seat at the Fortnite World Cup? Because the Battle Royale action, while it is over, there are 3 additional seats for the Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals that have been unlocked. So the hope is still there. Make sure you check it out. As we said, all 3 trials are playable now. 1 player will be advanced from each, winning their chance to compete at the $3 million prize pool and $5,000 for taking the top spot. So, how do you get involved? You can check out Hand Eye of I Blood, MB Tom 98, Dania Katz SQ, at Gene Wu, or at Fortnite Game for more updates. Again, this is one of the last opportunities to get to play on that stage that we debuted at the block party with all of the final bells and whistles. There'll be plenty more surprises. And speaking of plenty more surprises, we will be right back after a quick 5-minute break to conclude the rest of NA West and round out the Fortnite World Cup roster for the Battle Royale side. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Let's slide out to the lobby. Let's slide out to the lobby. Let's slide out to the lobby to get your squad some nugs.
Burgers from dirt to munch.
Tacos Royale with brunch. Red juices, a tasty treat for Lil Whip, Peely, and Pizza Pete. Let's slide out to the lobby to get your squad some nugs. Let's slide out to the lobby to get your squad some love.
Thank you so much, everyone, here in the Forum in LA. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Creative Showdown. How you feeling today? So much has happened in the world of Fortnite, and we're here about to call probably one of the craziest things you're ever going to see. It's a world premiere game mode and map.
I know that it's going to be a King of the Hill mode.
Forum, make some noise. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. The first match. Jordan Fisher,
He's stuck
Curry,
in the
and
corner.
Fruit. They're going to win the game. This is it. And they pick it up. They have to protect him here, and this is now we're going to start to earn a lot of points. They're climbing that leaderboard, Lupo. They're in the shadows, unseen, and they will have the Ravens' revenge. GG. 2 minutes left on the clock. The Chicken Champions, surely this is going to be a win for them. No! It's 1 point remaining, and the Little Whip Warriors might be able to come back into this with enough time. But there he goes. He jumps right back in, and that is going to do it. GG. Game 3 goes to the Chicken Champions.
Every single person to keep in mind, there's a ton of stuff going on here, not just Fortnite. It's just a good time all around, man. Look at him, just dancing it out, sitting inside the control point, 6 minutes remaining, but it's not even gonna matter. That's a victory royale. Game 4 goes to the Fish Fan.
Could it happen? Could the Llama Record Company be our first back-to-back champion? Or will it be the Fish Fam actually being back-to-back in this instance?
He has it. You see the top middle of the D.
He does it!
He got it!
Oh,
Last
my!
second! The victory royale!
He's still in it. He's standing strong, and he wins out on the battle. 990, and he's continuing to gain. He's got to get to that wall, and that's going to do it. We want to know who won? We want to know who won?
The Llama Record Company.
Oh my gosh, congratulations!
Give it up one more time for the Llama Record Company! Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll see you guys on the Battle Bus.
right, Fortnite fam, we're gearing up for the final few moments of NA West action. Now, I'm not going to hold you up too long because I know you want to get back in the games, and I know you're ready to see who is going to punch their ticket to the World Cup Finals in New York City. So, to hop back into this games, let's get some pretty fire casters here. We got Sundown, we got the big man with big plans, Shiowager. Gentlemen, it's on you.
Thank you so much, Zeke. Yes, I'm here with Shy, and we're going to take you through the final games of not only NA West, but the entirety of the Fortnite World Cup Online Open qualifiers. It's been 10 long weeks, and we're going to get our last duo right here in the next 30 minutes.
It's a fight for the top, a lot of points up, very small margins between who can qualify, so we'll see who pops off. Let's get straight into the games.
Let's get into those matches and see what they have left. These are going to be the moments that define a duo. Who will come up clutch? Who can do it when the back is against the wall, when everything is up for grabs? I won't just kick my drink over. I caught it. That's how clutch I am, and we're prepared as we hop on board here with Persecute and Nitrix trying to put the new duo to work, and they do, finding two there and avoiding the trap. Good way to kick this one off. Currently sitting at 10 Elim, Shiowager.
Impeccable movement, making sure that the duo gets right out of line so, you know, that Persecute can just get out of that trap line, not get damaged at all. They have so many options now for the items they can pick up as well. They got to pick the winning loadout that not only gets them towards the end game, but gives them enough room to have those pressure picks, have that room to, you know, pop off at any moment possible, high, low, or mid.
Instincts and heavy snipers will certainly allow them to do that. We talk about it being kind of the skeleton key, the one that opens all doors. A little bit harder in duos, but you can still make it work as they're trying to get the double wall replaced there. One player pickaxing, the other one holding the wall, continuing to go for it. Get that wall, get the replace right away. Combat finds the basket, and will they be able to push through? You can see the other player wanting nothing, trying to get up and over. You have to change levels. Moving just horizontally won't be enough, and he is finally able to get away from the relentless push up to 11 elims.
They won't get both duos, but they do get a little bit of reward for the risk they had to take on that fight. Are on low ground, have enough time. The zone hasn't even started moving yet towards the 5th circle. A launchpad is coming out just so they can catch up on the time it took on that engagement. Nitrix and Persecute are going to be moving towards a mid-ground layer now. More angles for pressure. Break builds being used. They can recycle off the hotel, which they will do, putting their mats all the way back up, looking very, very healthy. Not much rotation on them now. It's all about their brains, their brawn, and their aim, Sundown.
They're going to be looking hopefully for a favorable circle here, but with, you know, kind of being down by the Paradise Palms area, a lot of variable terrain, different verticality to move over in that Circle 6 zone, which will be revealed right now. All right, not too bad, not directly over one of the course of the mountains. Most of the lobby will have to rotate past them, but they need to be careful as they're currently just getting shredded from the people on the far side.
We talk about momentum as well. These guys do have 12 eliminations at the moment, or 11 eliminations, my apologies, and they're going to keep rolling off of that. Now, tunnel vision is the thing that happens as well, as they might spend a little bit too much time not prepping for the next rotation, instead going for this pressure on Boo and Badger on the zone line as well. It could hold not the best as the option towards getting a win in the game, but playing off of the eliminations they've had earlier in the game, it could prove to be a nice flow of movement throughout the whole game for this duo moving up towards their next zone. Now tunneling in Nitrix. Once again, no mobility. It has to be raw movement here with their builds. Tunneling being so important. A person in their box gets shotgunned out of there. The combat, making sure it's being used in combat. Nitrix taking down Hayden. They're seeing if they can move once again as a duo. Splitting up is going to be bad at this moment. A heavy snipe coming in does not connect, but does put down enough pressure to give them a little bit of room to move towards where they need to get to go. Lair switches coming up as well. Wood builds in front of them, so Nitrix, seeing that, knows he can pressure them off a little bit to give him some room to move around that specific area. A nice low ground rotation here does require a lot of mats, however.
And we just hit the top 15 now as Nitrix is on the backside, so 3 points for everyone in the lobby, as the duo who has already qualified up on the high ground right now is Landjock and Punisher. Nitrix does get picked up there by Gabe as Landjock finds Badgers. That was one of the players who was pinned on the outside by Nitrix earlier, and now Landjock and Punisher are looking to run through the high ground. Again, already qualified, so just trying to play for a little bit of cash and potentially ruin somebody else's dreams as they're doing everything they can to get the practice in. Landjock looking to drop the player down. They will give up the high ground as players begin to drop in the rotation. We are moving farther away from Paradise, so variable drops there. You can see a nice little split of the shadow bombs, and then they're going straight down to the low ground.
This is an awesome thing that we see duos do. A nice dynamic shadow to drop the sightline Punisher in the most intense box I've ever seen in my life, but phases through the pyramid to get the shotgun shot off on a Jammin, who is not listening to any music anymore. Sent straight back to the lobby. Punisher now has to regroup with Landjok. Landjok opening up some GLs from high ground to kind of open up where Punisher can come from. No pressure for Punisher to catch right back up to where he was before.
And now we have our top 10, and also a great play there. Did end up Metroid in the box, but just stopped, picked a corner, and then was able to win the box fight right after. Honestly, if I'm that other player, I just start spraying towards the corners and hoping to find hit markers. No reason not to. Player can't return fire. However, unfortunate hindsight is 2020 as Landjok gets coned off there, but is just going to fight his way through. Doesn't own that wall despite trying to go for the edit. Still trying to pickaxe out and move forward. They did not give up high ground, so he's able to simply walk that away, but he has no more mats. He's going to be dependent on this player to drop down, and Caleb does find it. Punisher will tarp down for him. Does take a little bit of fall damage, but finds the 10 mats needed, all the wood and the metal, and now just going to plop some grenades towards the low ground. Combat might have been the right call there, but is able to find one knock on Disaster and looking for the second one on the Blind, who's at sub 10 HP.
All these risks that are being taken by this titan of a duo. Punisher going all the way down to low ground, but also losing a lot of his HP for that. Landjok now has to carry this duo based off of health, but he gets beamed from Persecute, who ends up on high, has brick builds as well, so he's going to be chilling up there for a long time, not pressured to come down at all. Blind, he might win this. Solely a 1v2 against the whole lobby, gets another beam on the Punisher. Just perfect play there, not taking any damage, getting a lot of Siphon as well that he didn't really need, and so many mats left over as well.
26 points. That's coming up clutch. We talk about huge individual efforts. Persecute doing it with the brand new duo. We've seen him with Riverson before. They were one of the favorites, breaking up there right before the final week and now playing on separate regions. What a great effort. 74 points is going to put them close. We saw Landjok and Punisher were towards the top there. Again, an already qualified duo. We're at 85, and the queues are close. We're past that time. These will be those final matches. There's none left as they're trying to put the shots through the wall. Heavy Snipe does go through, and they find it. 1-2 for the AU boys. McKenny work back on through and find the second one to get Tyven back up. And you can see this is one of those thinner lobbies. We talked about the W key or the aggressive lobbies that Macon finds it. Can he get back over to Tyven and get the touch? There's no time. You got to get it. Ooh.
Oh my God, the last possible second to make sure their YouTube dreams live on for the rest of the lobby. A lot of mats available from multiple engagements here as well.